Good morning, everyone. So last class we were discussing about AES algorithm. So that before the examinations we discussed. So I quickly go through what is AES again. So AES is Advanced Encryption Standards Algorithm. So it follows this Randall structure. So already we discussed about Randall structure. So here it will start with add round key and will be having number of rounds, and these number of rounds will be depending upon the key size. Okay, input key size. If we are following 128-bit input key size, so it will be having 10 rounds. Okay, then 192 it will be having 14 rounds, then 256 it will be having 16 rounds. So that already we discussed in the last classes. Please go through the previous videos if you have any doubt. Okay, then substitute bytes, shift rows, mix column, add round key. So these are the 4 important steps of AES algorithm. So each step how it is performing we will be discussing. Already we have discussed substitute byte and shift rows, but still I'll continue with these two because you might have forgot that. Then coming to mix columns and add round key, how these will be performed we'll be discussing in detail. Okay, so each round will be having these mainly 4 steps, but coming to the last round it will have only 3 steps. Substitute byte, shift rows and add round key. So mixed columns will not exist in the last round. And coming to reverse of AES, that is inverse of AES, where the ciphertext will be converted back into plain text. So for that, again, round 1 to round 10. Round 10 will have 3 stages. Round 1 to round 9 will have 4 stages. So before the round starts, add round key will be there. So you have to remember one point, that the AES algorithm will start with add round key and with add round key. Okay, in the inverse also it will start with add round key and with add round key. Okay, so here in the inverse operations, inverse shift rows, inverse substitute bytes, add round key, inverse mixed columns. Okay, so when you take this add round key will be what? Adding the round key. So we are going to perform the XOR operation with the round key, and that will be what? For the inverse also the same add round key. Okay, then but coming to the shift rows, substitute bytes and mixed columns, you will be having inverse operations: inverse shift row, inverse substitute bytes and inverse mixed columns. Okay, so this is what the block diagram of AES algorithm. And when you go to operations, right, so already we have discussed about substitute bytes. So what substitute byte is doing? So substitute byte, the name itself it is saying what? A byte is replaced with another byte. Okay, so that is substituted. Okay, a byte is substituted with another byte. So that is said to be what? Substitute byte. So for this what we are doing? So the state array. So what is the state array? Whatever the input plain text is there, that we are representing in the state array of 4 by 4 matrix. Okay, so each cell will be of 1 byte. So this each byte we are going to substitute with a new byte. Okay, and for this substitution byte, so we are going to use a 16 by 16 S box, that is nothing but substitution box. So 16 by 16 means totally 256 values it will be having. Okay, so each one will be of 1 byte, and that we are representing in hexadecimal values. So what we are doing, we are going to replace a byte with a new byte. So this all I have discussed in the previous video, but still I am revising, so please go through in detail with the previous video if you have any doubt. Okay, I am quickly going through these substitute bytes and mix shift rows. Then later on mixed columns and key expansion, that we will be discussing in detail. Okay, so how we are going to do? So what we are doing, this 8 bytes we are going to divide into 2 parts, 4 bytes and 4 bytes. So first 4 bytes represent the row and next 4 bytes represent the column. So in this particular row, in this particular column, so whatever the value is there, so that we are going to take as the new substitute value. So for each cell you will be having 1 byte. So that 1 byte we are dividing into 2 parts. Okay, and S box is consisting of 16 by 16 values. So 256 values. So that is arranged in the rows and columns, right? So first 4 bytes we are used to identify the row, because 16 values means I can represent with the 4 bits, right? So first 4 bits we use to identify the row value, and next 4 bits we are using for the column value. So corresponding whatever the byte here existing, so that byte we are going to take it as the new byte, that is nothing but y here. Okay, so x is replaced with y. So how it is replacing? Whatever the first 4 bits row, next 4 bits column. So the corresponding value we are going to take and represent as the new byte. Okay, so that we have taken one example. So so 0010, so 4 bytes, that is the second row, and then next 4 bytes is representing the value 4. So second row and fourth column. So whatever the value is there in the S box, that we are going to take. Okay, so this is what the S box is used, right? If you take the second row, so second row and fourth column, so what is the value? A6. So that means here for this 0010, 0100, so we are going to use the new substituted value as A6. So like this the substitution bytes will be working. And coming to inverse substitute byte, that is like here. So inverse substitution box we have to use. So this is what inverse substitution box. Okay, but how these X boxes are constructed, so that is based upon one transformation. So first this S box will be filled up with 256 values in order, that is from 00 to FF. Okay, so all 256 values we are representing in ascending order. Then we are going to map this byte with the multiplication inverse. Okay, so for each value we have to identify the multiplicative inverse. So what do you mean by multiplicative inverse? When I multiply a value with its multiplicative inverse, we should get it as 1. Okay, the result should be equals to 1. So that is called multiplicative inverse. Okay, so multiplicative inverse we are going to identify, and the resultant byte we are representing with from is B0 to B7. So 7 bits will be there. So B0 to B7. So from right to left we are representing. And each bit we are going to apply a transformation. So what is the transformation? Bi XORed with Bi plus 4 mod 8 XORed with Bi plus 5 mod 8 XORed with Bi plus 7 mod 8 plus XORed with Ci. Okay, so what is Ci? Ci is the byte value of this ith byte. Okay, ith byte, like I am taking, if it is B6. Okay, so sixth bit of this 63. Okay, so sixth bit of the byte value 63. So 63 means how we are representing 0110 0011, right? So what is the sixth bit? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, that is byte 1. So we are going to take Ci as 1. So like this. So this is what the transformation we are performing on a byte. Okay, so on each bit, and we are going to get the new bit value. Okay, so similarly inverse transformation, when you go for inverse substitution box, how it is identified with this transformation. Okay, so these values how we have identified. So complete new values are here, like this, all the hexadecimal values are represented. But how these are identified? By performing first these two steps and applying this transformation. So for inverse transformation, Bi plus 2 mod 8 XORed with Bi plus 5 mod 8 XORed with Bi plus 1 mod 8 XORed with Di. But what is Di? So that is ith bit of byte 05. Okay, so 0000 and 0101. So that is the value of 05. Okay, binary value of this hexadecimal representation is 400101. So in this, whatever the bit we are modifying, corresponding ith bit we are going to take it as Di and XOR with these bits. Okay, so that is what the transformation. So by using these transformations, you will be constructing S box and inverse X box. So from this, you are going to use in the substitution byte of AES operation. Okay, so that is what substitution byte. Then coming to the shift rows, what we are going to shift the rows. How we are going to shift? First row will be as it is, will not be altered. Okay. Second row will be shifted by 1 byte left circular shift. Third row 2 byte left circular shift, and fourth row 3 byte left circular shift. Okay. So we are going to perform left circular bytes, the byte circular shift. Okay. So you should be having idea about what is circular shift. Okay. Right. So each row, how we are going to shift. So first row not altered, second row 1 byte, third row 2 bytes, and fourth row 3 bytes. So like this we are going to shift. But when you go for inverse substitution byte, so where we are going to perform, instead of left circular shift, we are going to use right circular shift. Okay. So that is inverse substitute rows. Inverse shift rows. Now coming to mixed columns. Okay. So mixed columns is the operation. Till here we have discussed in the last class itself. Now we are going for the mixed columns. So this is very important. So how we are going to perform. So like this, when you observe these operations from substitute bytes, shift rows, mixed columns, and add round key, what is our intention? So finally we need to get a scrambled message. Okay. Whatever the plain text you are getting, for that you need to generate a scrambled message. Okay, that is said to be ciphertext. So to identify the ciphertext, we are going through number of steps. Okay, first we are substituting with a new byte. Okay, then we have to perform the shift rows. Then we need to go for mixed columns. So mixed columns means what we are doing. So we are going to perform multiplication. So whatever the byte values are here, so that multiplication we are going to perform. How we are going to multiply? So this is the old matrix, that is the state array. Okay, so I am simply representing with what? This one. Okay, so state array, and that we are going to multiply with the constant matrix. Okay, so one constant matrix we need to multiply, and then that will be generating the output matrix. So mixed columns means the state array must be multiplied with a constant matrix to generate the new matrix. Right. So for this, what are the constant matrix? So this is the constant matrix we'll be using. This is fixed. Okay, as this is what a constant matrix, it is fixed. Right. And then inverse constant matrix. So inverse constant matrix you will be using in inverse mixed columns. Okay. So that is when the state array is multiplied with this constant matrix, you will be generating one output state array. Okay. Similarly, in the inverse operations of AES, when you go to inverse multiplication, so there we have to multiply with this inverse constant matrix. Right. Okay. So when I am multiplying with this, you will be getting one output. So when you multiply with the output with this matrix, then you will be getting the actual state array. Okay, so that is what the matrix is. So what is the constant matrix we will use here? 2, 3, 1, 1. So you just remember the first one, you can identify the remaining rows. 2, 3, 1, 1. Right? So next one, what we are doing? We are going to perform the shifting. Right? So this one has come here. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, next again shift. So 1, 1, 2, 3. Again shift. 3, 1, 1, 2. So like this. So it starts with 2, 3, 1, 1 and end with what? 3, 1, 1, 2. Just like what? One circular shift at each stage. Right? So this is the constant matrix we use for multiplication. Okay. So mixed columns means we are going to multiply the state array with this constant matrix. Constant, that you remember, it won't be changed. Right. So this is the constant matrix we use for the mixed column, and this we are using for mixing the columns. Okay, multiplication. So whatever the state array it is generating. So that we are going to take in the next stage. But coming to inverse operation, when you go for inverse operation, we use this matrix. Okay, this is nothing but multiplicative inverse of this particular matrix. Okay, so inverse matrix, this inverse matrix will be using. So here also you can easily remember EBD9. right? This is also a constant, right? E, B, D9. Next perform shifting. So 9 E, B, D. Okay, next again circular shift. D9, E, B. Okay, again circular shift. B, D, 9 E. So like this you can, if you remember the first row, so you can easily write the remaining rows of this constant matrix. So this AES uses this constant matrix for performing mixed columns operation, right? So this is what mixed columns we are going to perform. So once the mixed columns operation is performed, how we are performing? See here, state array multiplied with the constant matrix is generating new one, so that we are going to get it as what? The new. So this column, each column we are multiplying with the constant matrix. So whatever the column is that we are going to take it as the state array, right? So this is the output. Now this output again it will go through what? Next step, add round key. Okay, add round key. So we are going to add the round key, right? So how many number of rounds will be there, right? So that depends upon the input key size. So if input key size is 128 bit, okay, AES will have three different input keys, 128, 192 and 256. Okay, so if I am going for 128 bit key, 128 bit key, then we'll be having 10 rounds, right? So for the 10 rounds and first initial add round key, we are going to generate totally 44 byte keys. Okay, so each round will be having 128 bit key. So whatever the input key is there, so at each round we'll be having 128 bit key. So that 128 bit key we need to add, right? Add round key. So the state array is of 128 bit, right? So that 128 bit we are going to add with the 128 bit of round key, right? So then whatever the resultant is there, that we are going to take. So that is nothing but here you can see add round key. So each column, if I am taking the keyword and we are going to add, and whatever the resultant is there, that we are taking. So the 128 bit state array will be added with, added means here we are performing XOR operation. Okay, so added with 128 bit round key to generate 128 bit output state array, right? So in this way we are going to perform the add round key, and inverse add round key is also same. Okay, so do remember add round key transformation is the inverse of itself. That is, if you are performing add round key, that is nothing but XOR we are performing, right? Then in the resultant is there, if I am applying again XOR with add round key, you will be getting the same, the state array as the previous one. Okay, so that's why add round key, what it is doing, we are going to add the round key. That is nothing but, do remember, that is XOR operation. I'll write here. So that is we perform XOR operation. Okay, XOR operation. So that is what add round key. Okay, but here do remember, when I go to this block diagram, so here you can see first 4 bytes we are using for the initial add round key, and we'll be having 10 rounds. In the 10 rounds we need to perform 10 add round keys operations. So totally we are requiring 0 to 43 means 44 words. So this is the example of what 10 round AES, that is with 128 bit input. So here 128 bit key means we'll be having 16 bytes. Okay, so that is nothing but 4 words you will be having. But these 4 words must be expanded. See here, expand key. So that we are going to get 44 words. Okay, from the 4 words you need to generate 44 words keys for each round. So for this purpose we have to expand the key. So how we are going to expand? So here you see, for first round, before the rounds, okay, pre-round, we are having the 4 words, and for each round we need to expand. So the next W4, W5, W6, W7 like this up to, okay, here with 128 bit key AES we will be getting what, W43. Okay, so that how many number of rounds are there. So based upon that we need to generate those many expanded keys. Okay, so to generate this expanded keys, how this key expansion will perform. So for this you take this is what the input key, okay, that will be having 16 bytes, K0 to K15. So how we are taking, so first 4 bytes as word 0, next 4 bytes W1, next 4 bytes W2, next 4 bytes W3. Okay, so like this the 4 bytes we are taking as word 0, word 1, word 2, word 3. Okay, totally 4 words we are going to take. So these 4 words we are going to perform in the number of rounds to generate the key. Okay, so how we are going to take, so you can see here W0 is XORed with some T4. Okay, so this T4 is nothing but the key. Okay, so the round key. So up to 10 rounds you will be having what, 40 words. Okay, so we need to generate from 40 words, right? So how we are going to generate? So we are going to take these and each round we are going to perform this operation. Okay, whatever the previous round Wi minus 1 is there, we are going to perform rotation words. Okay, rotation, that is nothing but circular shift. Okay, rotation. Then we are going to use substitution word, that is substitution bytes. You are going to use the same S box you are going to use, and we take one round constant. Okay, so that round constant we are going to add XOR and we are generating TI. So that is nothing but this TI. Okay, from this TI next words expanded. Next round, next words will be expanded. Next round, like this up to W43 we are going to generate. Okay, so here what are the round constants? So each round will be having different round constants. So these are the round constants we use for the key expansion with 128 bit key. Okay, so totally 10 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So these 10 rounds will be having the round constants 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, 20, 40, 80, 1B and 36. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, 20, 40, 80, 1B and 36. So these are represented in hexadecimal format. So these round constants will be used for XORing and to generate next word. Okay, so this next word is used to expand to the next words. So like this each round we are going to generate. Okay, so totally W43 44 words we are generating. So these first 4 words for the pre-round, next 4 words W4 to W7 in the first round, W8 to W11 in the next round. Okay, and for the last round W40 to W43. Okay, 10th round. So like this we are going to generate. So totally 44 words we are generating. Okay, so with the 4 words we are generating the remaining 40 words. Okay, with the 4 words we are generating remaining 40 words. Totally 44 words we are generating. So these are used as the round keys. Okay, so that is how the AES is going to perform, right? So mainly what you need to discuss in AES is what is AES algorithm, what are the AES parameters. Already we have discussed in the previous video. Please go through that video, right? And then what is the block diagram of AES? So this is what the block diagram of AES. So how many number of rounds? These rounds are depending upon the number of the key size, right? Key size can be of 128 or 192 or 256. Okay, so if I am taking 128 bit key, I will be having 10 rounds. 192 12 rounds, then 256 14 rounds. So like this there will be a difference. Okay, so here we are taking 10 rounds AES block diagram. So each round will be having 4 stages. It will start with add round key and with add round key. So but last round will not have mixed columns operation. Okay, substitute byte means we are substituting each byte of state array. What is a state array? The plain text we are representing in a 4x4 matrix, that is the state array. So that will be changing in each stage, and finally the output state array is nothing but the ciphertext. Okay, so each byte we are replacing with a new byte, that is the substitute byte operation. How we are replacing? Using the S box. S box is of 16 by 16 matrix. Okay, then coming to the shift rows. So once substitution byte is done, so you will be having a new state array output. Okay, so that state array we need to perform shift rows. Shift rows means first row we are not altering, next row 1 byte left circular shift, then next row 2 bytes, next row 3 bytes. So like this we are performing. Okay, so if you go for inverse shift row, we need to perform what? Right circular shifts. Okay, mixed columns. Mixed columns means what? This state array we need to multiply with the constant matrix. So what is the constant matrix? 2 3 1 1 with the starting, and each row we are shifting with 1 byte. Okay, so that is mixed columns. Here multiplying with the constant matrix, and whatever the resultant is there, that is the state array, output state array. So this output state array, it will go through what? Add round key stage. So add round key means what? Whatever the words, 4 words we are supplying as a round key, that will be XORed with the given state array to generate the output. So then you'll be having what? A new state array, the output. So that will be going through again substitute bytes, again shift rows, again mixed columns, again round key. So like this 9 rounds it will continue, and 10th round again shift bytes, substitute bytes, shift rows, but no mixed columns, and add round key. So finally you will be getting some ciphertext. So this ciphertext will be converted back into plain text using inverse operations. Okay, so that is what overall AES algorithm, right? So this is what AES algorithm, right? If you have any doubts, please ping me. Thank you.